Yeah, I'm on page 8 with a 0% illustration. Yes.
Okay. The contract value starts at 100,000,
Mm-hmm.
and the contract value is decreasing every single year because the rider charge of that 1.10%. The daily accumulation stays up at 100,000 because the daily accumulation is looking at the underlying index to the contract value. The surrender value decreases, but it as the throughout the years it does go up
Okay, and why so?
because every single year the percentage of the surrender charge is less and less. Now if we go to page 9,
Oh, okay, wait, wait. So
you see
surrender charge is increasing because we are adding this 8% guaranteed stuff, and it is decreasing the surrender charge also. That's why, sorry, it decreases the surrender surcharge. That's why surrender value is increasing.
correct.
Okay. And daily accumulation value decreases after year 10. And is that because we are taking the money out of it?
That's correct because the withdrawals started in year 16.
Right. And help me understand the contract value is decreasing so fast. That is because you are saying it's because of the sorry, the rider charge.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, and at some point of time it will go zero because it will just go down and market is not giving you any return. It's all 0%. That's why it will go zero. So death benefit will also eventually go to zero the moment your contract value
Correct.
goes to zero.
And no, and they would still receive that $13,444 going forward. Now go to page 9.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're at page 9. The contract value decreases, and then you see in the third year that it increases to $167,710.
Right.
That's because in year 3, that's when they realize those earnings of 74.03%. This has a strategy term of every 3 years.
That's right.
So earnings are not applied until after the 3-year term is up.
Okay. Okay.
But the daily accumulation value is taking a look at the underlying indexes, the underlying index, and based off their performance. So that's why the daily accumulation value is fluctuating. But in the third year, it always reflects the contract value.
So how do you calculate this daily accumulation value as 118 when you have not completed the 3-year point to point?
Because the daily accumulation value is looking at the underlying index on a daily basis.
I see. I see. Okay. But you do credit that number at the end of third year because we have 3-year point to point.
Correct.
Okay. 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 That makes sense. And so all these numbers go hand in hand pretty much, except the surrender value because there is a surrender charge. So this, if I look at
Yes.
daily accumulation value on year 3 is 167,710, 167,710, 167,710, all the way.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Okay, got it. Yeah, this makes sense. So you're saying that we get 74% as 3-year point to point return, and we are adding that one ultimately 174% return on $100,000. Is that what you mean?
That's what this table is showing. Yes. This
And
is a hypothetical, not a guarantee.
yeah, I got that part. So 100,000 added to 74%, which is 174, but probably we are deducting this rider charge. That's why number is dropping down to 167. Is that right?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Sure. This is good. And yeah, yeah, more please. What else should I what do I need to aware of?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
So I'm
Go
saying,
ahead.
yeah, go ahead, please. Yeah, I think we are on number 3. So is that what you have, or you have more data to tell me about these tables? or this is it?
No, that's all I was going to say. Now, again, when we calculate the strategy earnings, we are taking a look at the index allocation and then the strategy spread. So it's a 3 year, it's over the 3 year. So it's over the first year, second year, and then the third year is
Mhm.
combining, equaling that 74.03%.
Right, right. It just helped me understand. So I saw that the the percentage of the whatever you credit is way more in 3 year point to point compared to 1 year point to point. So it will be very obvious that everybody will go for 3 year. Why would anybody go for 1 year?
Well, if they're looking at a contract and they would rather not wait for a 3 year point to point and they don't necessarily want to play in the market for that long, I can't see a 1 year point to point being more popular. So,
So if so, okay, can I change from 3 year point to 1 year point to point, or vice versa later on?
yeah, you can. Every single strategy term in, you'll be able to make an election. So
So
if you go into a 3 year point to point, you would have to wait 3 years before you would be able to change to a 1 year term or renew with a different index into a 3 year term. But you can and you will be able to make changes throughout the contract.
okay, so after third year, I can completely change all the locations. I can go for 1 year, or maybe with the spread charge and something, I can change whatever I want after third year.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
how
sir.
long do I get after third year? It's like 2 weeks or 1 month I get for make these selections.
That's a good question. So we release a correspondence to the owner
Okay.
about a month before their strategy term date, and we have to have that strategy election form in
Okay.
before the term ends. If the term ends before we have a strategy election form, they'll just be put into the same index for the new term
So if
and whatever participation rate strategy spreads are being offered at that time.
okay, so if client doesn't change anything, so it will go by the same election by default, whatever the previous was.
That's that's correct. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sure. And I believe at any point of time it will never go negative because we have a zero floor.
Yes.
The 3 year point to point number I'm saying. Okay. Uh, One more thing. So this on the right hand side of the table, there is something called as annual average earning rate, and that number shows 10.77 sometimes. Sometimes for the 0% it shows nothing.
Yeah.
So what is 10.77 for in case of last 12 year guaranteed? So last 12 year repeated table.
So the annual average earning rate is a compound annual growth rate that reflects the hypothetical weighted average annual earnings rate credited to the contract to end the strategy term.
But numbers are so big. So 74, 37, 33, 7, 78. If you take an average of all these numbers, I'm sure it would be way more than 10%.
Well, you also have to take into account that some years it's zero.
Yeah, so I'm saying, okay, if you look at 74, so if you, so 3 year compounded to 74, which is probably 27% on average for the first three, and then 11% for next three, 11% for next three, and blah, blah, right? So if you look at all these numbers, I'm pretty sure it would be way more than 10.77. Are you saying this is a correct calculation of 10.77 average overall?
Again, it's a hypothetical weighted average annual earnings rate credited to the contract to end the strategy term once lifetime income has been calculated once the annuitization option in the contract year lifetime income benefit. That averaging, the annual average earning rate is based off of the 12 years repeated, and then some are based off of a 10-year cycle. So, like for instance, the controlled illustrator rate of 7.99 that's shown in page 10.
Uh-huh.
That's a controlled illustrator rate scenario. Takes the most recent 12-year scenario and applies a limit of 8% average annual earnings rate to each strategy. As a result, the annual average earning rate For this controlled illustrated rate scenario, it's 7.99%. All this information is explained in like the small letters underneath the tables.
Okay. So even if you are saying that the annual average earning rate on this control rate is 10.77, but you are still giving a control rate just to give the illustration of how the number will look like if they happen to go as a average of 7.99.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And that's why the number look a little lower. And there's another table which says annual earning rate of 10.88. That's the level assumed, non-guaranteed. I believe it's page number what? 11.
Yeah, number page 11.
So that is not controlled, but annual average rating of 10.88 now. So that is
Correct.
pretty much same as the first second table then. So that was 10.77. This is 10.88.
Yeah, very similar. I do think the level assumed table is probably the most realistic from all of these hypotheticals. But again,
Which
this is
one?
a hypothetical, not a guarantee.
Yeah, I got that part. So which one you're saying is more realistic? Controlled one, is it?
I believe the level assumed, either the level assumed or the controlled illustrated rate.
Okay, yeah, level assumed is pretty much same as whatever the first second table also saying, which is not controlling anything. So 10.88 you believe is more realistic, again not guaranteed. Uh, okay, got it. And yeah, I asked the question to a previous guy why you restrict this table to only 30 years. Because I want to see the next number as well. So is there any way to see the number still age, let's say 90?
No, there's not. This only goes out 30 years.
But the policy will continue to go towards like more years, I imagine.
Sure. Yeah, it can go out more than 30 years in the contract, but in terms of the illustration, we only illustrate out to 30 years. This is a Nexus illustration software.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily have an explanation of that. I mean, it's 30 years.
Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. And is this death benefit taxable or non-taxable?
It's taxable.
So it's not like a life
It's not
insurance.
like life insurance.
Okay.
It's not like life insurance.
So either you surrender or the death benefit, both are taxable.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that on it?
Yeah. So either the surrender value or death benefit, either case, it will be taxable.
Correct.
Okay. And I wanted to see the detailed performance of all these four, what do you call this, NYC Zebra and Mosaic and so on. How can where can I see
Okay,
how they have performed?
I can send you an email with some information on the underlying indexes, and you can do some due diligence there. You can also take a look at the website, Nationwide Financial. It does have some information on the indexes.
No,
Is a good email
I saw
c
that.
underscore
Yeah, you can.
Sanchez
Yeah,
at yahoo.com.
yeah, it's my same email where you got this illustration from. But in this illustration, do you not present the data of last 12 years, how these individual indexes have performed?
No. The illustration that you created is the information that is shared.
And
if you want to look at the performance of the underlying index, due diligence on your part does need to be done.
Okay. Yeah, send me please.
Let me go ahead and shoot you an email with some information that you can take a look at on the underlying indexes. Again, if you go to nationwidefinancial.com, it's a great resource for all the products that we offer, client approved materials that you can share to the client,
Okay.
and then also the underlying index. It does have some information there. Again, that's nationwidefinancial.com.
That's great. And how would I know if I am completely eligible to issue these policies now? Because I have done the.
Let me double check here for you and see if you're good to go in terms of training. Give me a brief moment.
Okay.
Texas, you're good to go, and you have completed product training, so you are good to go to sell this product. And then
No more extra training, nothing needed, huh?
that's correct. Yeah, I see that you completed product training August 18th,
Uh-huh.
and your state training for the state of Texas is in good order.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Was there any other questions you had, sir?
Not really. This is good. Typically, how long it take for the policies to get approved?
It really depends on the forms and what type of transfer is happening. If it's fund directed or client initiated funds, but it could take up to a week, 2 weeks, maybe even more.
So, if I have, let's say, money coming in from IRA account, would that have a different timeline compared to my bank account money?
Again, on that, it can take a week to 3 weeks. It depends on the process, the forms, or suitability. If suitability is approved right away, or we need additional documents for suitability. So it depends on a case by case basis, sir.
I see. And one more question: when I purchase a house, then I saw a restriction that the money I'm pouring in as down payment for my house should not be coming in from my recent stocks investments. So just wanted to have a question for you that if I want to invest in this product, is it okay for the money was sitting in my stocks invested and I sold the stocks and I investing in this product now? Do you have any
Yes,
cooling
that would
period?
be fine.
You don't need any cooling period of 2 months, 3 months, and then money can be invested, nothing like that, right?
No.
Okay, sounds good.
You could liquidate your positions and take the money and invest it into this product. Is this for you or a client?
I see. I'm investing for me also, and my clients would also need this information, right? Okay, the agent can also invest, right? There's no restriction on that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. So I look forward to your email for this brochures of the indexes.
Okay, I just sent that off to you. You should receive it here shortly.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.